Hello Violas of Revueltas. I'm here again for another video mini lesson with Symphony from rehearsals A to letter B. So if you are still working on the beginning up to letter A, you can revisit the video that I put up last week and spend some time with that. Remember that you can always pause the videos, you can always revisit spots in the videos when you're practicing on your own. If you need a little company, a little guidance, let me know what is most helpful for you in these videos. And if you have questions, you can always write them down. You can add them in the comments. You can text them to us. You can bring it up in orchestra. You can do whatever you want. Whatever is helpful for you, we always want to know. So today I'm looking at this part from A to B, and I think you guys are all going to get a pretty good grip on it pretty fast. So let's just jump in. I think I want to mark a couple of accidentals and bowings before anything else, just so you have it right away on your page. So let's mark a couple of things. If you have your pencil, or if you need to pause the video and go get your pencil, do that now. So look at measure 25. Actually, measure 26. I want you to look at the very first note of measure 26. It's attached to that slur. I want you to mark a fourth finger for that A. I would write a number 4 right on top of that note. Meaning on top of it, like right above it. Not like over the note so you can't read it. And then 2, 3, 4, 5 notes later, the last note that you play before you have 2 rests is a C sharp. So I would write a sharp sign above that note, a little hashtag mark. Sorry, I forgot that they're also hashtags. So you have a fourth finger and your C sharp marked, and then you'll have another fourth finger coming up in measure 30. It's the same as the other spot. And then something that will help you that I would mark for myself. We'll talk about it in a minute. But let's find measure 32, 33, 34, 35. I just want you to write, not even over the note, but over the whole measure. Just write the number 4, okay? Now find measure, what was that, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. And I want you to write a number 8 over that measure, okay? That has nothing to do with fingerings. It has to do with how many times you have to play the same note over and over again, just to help your eyes. But we'll talk about it in a second. Now, coming up here, we have nothing too strange. 43, you have a C sharp. I would mark a sharp over the second note of measure 43. And then you're cruising. Measure 47, the bowing, we're going to mark a down bow for the first note, an up bow for the second note, and an up bow for the last note. Now, do you know how to play the very last note? It's on the C string. It's an E, so it's second finger. So if you need a little reminder, I would write a little number 2 underneath that note, just to help you get there faster. And heads up, because I'm playing my violin still, I don't have a viola yet, I don't get to play that last note. So you're going to hear me playing a different version of an E right there. So don't get confused, because you get to play the real note on the real viola. And you will be correct, and I will be incorrect, but doing my best. Okay, so let's look at letter A when you have everything marked. The most important thing, I really think, is counting your rests through all of this. It looks like you have a lot of rests, but the song is pretty fast, so I don't think it's going to feel like you have a lot of rests. But if you don't count them correctly, it's going to be very confusing and really hard to get back on. So right out the gate, you have 2 rests. You need to count both of them before you jump in. So count with me. Letter A. I'm always going to start by counting to 3, as if there's like an imaginary measure before, and then we're going to count both rests, and then we're going to start. So here's how it'll sound. Letter A. I'm going to play the first 4 measures. So we go, oh, you can't see my instrument. There. Okay. Letter A. 1, 2, 3, rest, rest. Okay, let's do it just a couple of times to really get the feel of it. Don't forget about that C sharp. It's a high 3 on the G string. So it should sound pretty high up there. Okay, here's letter A again. 1, 2, 3, rest, rest. And then the next 4 measures are almost exactly the same, except the bowing's a tiny bit different, but it's actually easier. And the very, very last note is different, also easier though. You just come right back to an E. So let's do that section, okay? So I'm starting in measure 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. I'm gonna count to 3, and we're gonna count both rests together. So count with me, 1, 2, 3, rest, rest. Okay, hopefully you can tell the difference between both sections, even though they're almost identical. So let's start at letter A together and count with me at the beginning. 1, 2, 3, rest, rest. Rest, rest. And then the next section, the whole line is pizzicato, which is super fun. And if you noticed, you have 8 of the same note over and over again. So kind of get into the zone, but don't totally lose track of what you're doing. Otherwise, you're going to get lost and you're going to be like, oh my God, did I just play 5 E's or 6 E's? Or wait, maybe I played 4 E's. And then by the time you figure it out, it's way too late. I've done it 1,000 times in orchestra and it's not ever fun. It's mostly embarrassing. So we're going to count all 8 of them together and measure 32. Hopefully those little markers that we made, the 4 and the 8, will help you and your eyes keep track. Okay, so here we go. Starting in 32, count with me. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 5, 2, 3, 6, 2, 3, 7, 2, 3, 8, 2, 3, and then that last note all by itself, an A on the G string, first finger. Okay? So let's do it again. You might have heard me counting like this. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, which might be confusing to try. So don't worry if you need to just count like this. 1, rest, rest. 2, rest, rest. 3, rest, rest. That might actually be a lot easier. And as long as you're just keeping track of how many you have to play, you're golden. Let's do it once more. And this time, I want to do measure 31 and get into our pizzicato. So before we go through the whole line, let's just practice the transition between 31 and 32. So it's going to be on an up bow in 31, which is nice. So we can go. And then we're in the zone to pluck the next note. Okay, so work that out. We have pluck, right? And I'm not changing my bow hold to like pizzicato bow hold. I'm keeping it like this with my little pirate hook. I'm plucking that way because it's faster to me. It's a little bit easier. At least for the very first note, I would do that. And if you want to switch this way, you can. I just think it's going to go by pretty fast anyway. I don't know. But if you need to for stability, it's totally okay. Okay, so let's do that like 5 times in a row. We're going to do 31. Count with me. 1, 2, 3. always come back to practicing that little exercise if it's feeling like a little crazy sometimes. Now let's do it again, and this time we're going to count all 8 of those pizzicato notes and then play the last note of that line, okay? So 31, transitioning into pizzicato, counting to 8, and then playing that one little note all by itself at the end. 31, count with me. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 3, rest, 2, 3. You have a whole measure of rest all by itself in measure 41. Don't miss it. Maybe circle it. I would circle that measure because I would definitely overlook it. Okay. Oh, that's fine now, right? You feel good? If you need to move back and work on some of that again, feel free. Please do. This video will always be here for you. And let's do 42. Nothing too scary. We already marked our C sharp and we marked our down, up, up in measure 47. Don't forget that I don't have a viola, so I can't play that low note. We're gonna have to work on that on your own. Let's practice from 42. This is what it should sound like. 1, 2, 3. Note. There's a note I'm not allowed to play. Let's just do that measure 5 times in a row so you can practice going D, E, E. You have to go all the way down to your E, then I can't do it. Okay, we're going to do it 5 times in a row. Down, up, up. Ready, set, go. Rest again, and 1, 2, 3. 2 more, and last one, go. Very good. Okay, let's try measure 42 together and give it a shot. Make sure you get that C sharp and your rests before measure 47. Here we go. Count with me. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. Cool. How are you doing? Are you okay? I think it's time for the play along section of the video. So I'm going to bring our metronome down to 50 beats per minute. And we're going to go all the way from letter A to letter B. And it might feel really slow. And it might not. It might feel like the perfect tempo. So just do your best and try to line up with us and you should be good. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Rest, rest. Comes and 2, 3, full measure. 1, 2, 3. did it. Okay, let's see how 80 beats per minute feels. It's a little faster. And if this is too fast for you today, that's okay. Go back and practice the one at 50 a couple more times. Eventually, 80 will feel really comfy and you'll be ready to go up to 100. Okay, here we go. Count with me. 1, 2, 3. Rest, rest. Full measure. 1, 2, 3. Okay, hope you're doing okay. We're gonna bump it up to 100. This is hopefully how fast we play it in the concert. Okay, here we go. Count with me. 1, 2, 3. Rest, rest. Rest, rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here it comes. And full measure. Rest, rest. Woo! Okay, we did it. Thank you so much for your hard work. And again, please tell us what is helping you and what is not helping you. We always want to know what works best for you. That's the most important thing. So if these videos are giving you what you need, let us know. And if there's something else that you need, let us know. You're doing great work. I can't wait to put this all together and have this very cool new orchestra concert with the video project we're planning. So keep up the good work and keep showing up to class and keep practicing on your own. Yeah, you're doing awesome. Proud of you guys. We'll talk soon. Bye.